You wanted due process? Well, you got due process. Well, a judge has denied the final motion for Kilmar Garcia for him to stay in the United States. So no matter what he do, no matter what he say, he is going to have to go away. Okay, you remember the Maryland man? Yeah, I'm talking about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Well, his final order of removal stands as a judge has denied his motion to reopen his case. His motion to seek asylum, ultimately, it was dashed because it was filed nearly 6 years after his immigration proceeding, well beyond the 90 days that's required to refile. A motion to reopen the immigration case filed by attorney for Kilmar Abrego Garcia was denied by an immigration judge on Wednesday. In an emergency motion to reopen the case filed back in August, Abrego Garcia attorney argued that because he was deported to El Salvador and brought back to the United States, he should now be eligible to apply for asylum within a year of his last entry into the United States. The judge said, nah. But in the order of filing on Wednesday, the regional deputy chief immigration judge Philip Taylor said Abrego Garcia's motion to reopen the asylum is ultimately revoked, according to ABC News, because the motion was filed nearly 6 years after the immigration process, well behind the 90 days deadline. Listen to me. The Department of Homeland Security respond on X. With today's ruling, Kilmar Abrego Garcia finally ordered to remove has stand. This MS-13 gang member, human trafficker, domestic abuser, and child predator will never be loose in American street. His lawyer tried to fight his removal from the United States, but one thing is certain: the Salvadorian man is going to be able to remain, is not going to be remain in our country. He will never be allowed to prey on innocent Americans again. Never forget the Democrats flew to the foreign land on taxpayers' money. Yes, to break bread with him, this TG member, and visit him in prison. While they continue to fight for criminal illegal aliens, we will continue to put the safety of the American people first. Shots fired! Ladies and gentlemen, I never seen nothing like this. I have never seen an illegal get deported and get brought back and getting deported again. Why are American politicians fighting so hard for undocumented? Oh, why are they fighting so hard before they're fighting for their citizens, their veterans, the people in the slums, the people that's under the bridge, the homeless in the tent? I don't know why. Hey, I'm just asking. Leave it in the comment, people. Let me know, why were they fighting so hard for Abrego Garcia? Were they trying to prove a point? Were they trying to put a break in the dam to see if they could win one and then everybody could do the same thing that he did? Well, you hear what the attorney said? Since he was returned recently into the country, he should be allowed to refile his asylum within a year. Mirated. That was a good try, but it did not work. Because the judge said, good riddance, Kilmar, you gotta get out of here. You don't have to stay, but you got to leave. Goodbye. Well, right now, the Democrats should be satisfied that Kilmar Abrego Garcia got his full due process, because that's what was being asked for, and that's what he got. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Thank you for tuning in to your favorite Jamaican here on YouTube. Kilmar Abrego Garcia has now been denied a reapplication of asylum. The judge has denied it, and now ICE, Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, and all the Trump, administration, Border Patrol are happy, because if they would have lost this case, there would be many, many more like the Maryland man's case. So now, Kilmar Abrego Garcia and his family and all the Democrats cannot say he did not get his due process. I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. More life, more joy, and good luck to Kilmar. Good luck to Mr. Abrego Garcia, because there's life in different places. This might be the best thing that ever happened to you. More life. Fire,